A silent film star makes his triumphant return, this time to television. Brand new release today on Classic Cinema Plus. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Greetings, Classic Cinema TV fans. Jason here with you once again on another Classic Cinema Plus. And today we're talking about a brand new release from Liberation Hall. And it's all about a classic silent film star that returns to film, but this time on a smaller scale. This is pretty awesome. This is a brand new release, The Buster Keaton Show, now on Blu-ray. Now, for silent films, there are several that really stand out, especially when it comes to comedians. Probably some of the most iconic would be Charlie Chaplin, probably Fatty Arbuckle, the Keystone Cops, and Buster Keaton. Those would probably be the ones that probably most people would remember. There are others as well, but those, I'm trying to think, and I'm thinking those would be the ones that for silent film, if you've ever watched a silent film, that would probably be the ones you had seen. And of course, Charlie Chaplin is the top of the mountain when it comes to that, but probably right under would be Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton was amazing. He did some of the most amazing stunts in his silent films. All you have to do is go check those out on YouTube and you'll see them. I mean, they are literally mind-blowing sometimes, some of the stunts that he did in his silent films. Well, see, when talkies started and when television started and all this, Buster Keaton found himself kind of like on the outs, like many silent film stars. They couldn't transition. They couldn't transition from from silent pictures to talking pictures. I don't know why that was. I mean, if you can act, you can act. I don't know, but that's kind of what happened to a lot of silent film stars. Well, the avenue of television started in Ed Wynn had his own TV show, and he brought Buster Keaton in for a special spot on one of his shows, one of his episodes, his variety shows. And there became such a love for Buster Keaton after this that the networks decided, hey, let's give him a shot at making his own TV show, and thus the Buster Keaton Show started. Now, sadly, it didn't transition really spectacularly well, but it still it lasted for about 9 episodes, and this is the cool thing. Liberation Hall here has decided to release these. They've been restored and have been released now on Blu-ray. This is pretty epic. It's basically the same artwork that you find on the inside cover that you find on the outside, on the discs, as you do on the outside cover. But it is pretty cool. We're going to share with you the episodes real quick and just let you see what they are. It's the bakery story, the billboard story, the gorilla story, the army story, the collapsible clerk, the western story, the detective story, and then two that just didn't have a title. It was just February 23rd, 1950 and February 2nd, 1950. Now, as cool as that is, 9 episodes completely restored, and I have watched the first one, and boy, is it awesome looking. It looks really good. But in addition to that, we get more kind of interesting bonuses here. There's 3 comedians in a close-up. It's about a 16-minute little video. There's Circus Time, a 7-minute short. There is extras of The Cop from 1922, 17, almost 18-minute short film. And 1921's The Goat, that is almost 20 minutes long. But the coolest thing about all this is this. You get the This Is Your Life television special with Buster Keaton. I think that is so awesome. Yeah, I really love this. This basically is just a kind of a first look at this, just kind of a look, at the packaging and what it looks like. But I just wanted to talk about Buster Keaton a little bit. Sometimes we kind of just pass over the silent film stars, and that is a shame because that's history, people. I mean, there's silent film stars had a very, very special way about them because they had to overact, if you will. We talk a lot about overacting in this generation, where people overact in their films and different things. But silent film stars had to do that because they didn't have their voice. They couldn't pronounce anything. They couldn't do that. So they would have to overact. And I think sometimes it takes a lot more ability to do that in a silent film than it does to do in a talking picture, because you're using your voice. In a silent film, you have to do all this to kind of bring forth the thing, and so you have to kind of overact to kind of bring that to film. And Buster Keaton, while he overacted he was a little more laid back when it came to things. He didn't go overboard. And I think that was what made him unique. I love these shows. These are not silent films, just to let you guys know, in case you're sitting there saying, oh, these are silent films. No, these are not silent films. These are actual, like, sitcoms, if you will, but not specifically like a sitcom. But they're like the Abbott and Costello show, where each week Abbott and Costello would be doing a different job or whatever. And that's kind of what's happening here with Buster Keaton. He has a different job each week and kind of doing something like that. And it is pretty cool. The restoration is amazing. I can't believe how beautiful that first episode I watched looked like. If the rest of them look that good, this is spectacular. It was amazing. I didn't see any kind of damage to this print whatsoever. I mean, it was crisp, clean, really good. It really looks awesome. So yeah, if you like 50s sitcom, comedies on TV, definitely check out this one. This is pretty cool. We're gonna have a full written review of the Buster Keaton Show on Blu-ray once we get through all of the episodes and kind of see what's going on there, and all the bonus features and everything. We're gonna check them all out, and we're gonna have a full written review at Classic Cinema Plus. Wow, this is so cool. I want to thank MVD Visual and Liberation Hall for sending this all on over here so that we could kind of give you a first look, and then we're going to have a full written review at Classic Cinema Plus. All right, be sure to go to Classic Cinema Plus. We got tons of reviews up there. We're putting them up all the time, continuously, so you'll want to go there, check out the full written reviews of all kinds of different releases. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We would appreciate it. We have so many of you commenting. We're reading your comments, and we appreciate your commenting. So put a comment down here. I love to read what you have to say. I love to engage with you, talk about physical media. I love that. And so many of you are appreciating what we're doing here, and I thank you so much for that. If it wasn't for you watching this channel, there'd be no reason for us to do this. So we thank you for coming along and doing that. So be sure to give us that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And be sure to share it with someone that is a physical media fan, and especially a fan of old TV. This one is really awesome. And subscribe if you haven't already. We would definitely appreciate it. It helps out a lot to let us know you appreciate what we do here. We'd like to bump up and get as many views and as many subscribers as possible. We'd like to hit some different plateaus. So if you'd help us with that, we would appreciate it. All right, that's about all the time we got. We got to get out of here. Got to get to watching some videos, right? All right, so until next time, this is Jason reminding you that if you want to see a great film or TV series, check out a classic. Subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.